I'm your host, Locum 23, joining me for the Rake and the Recluse, Chapter 8. Francine. The garden maze is bright and warm with a gentle breeze. I find myself returning here again and again since Gideon and I met here. Bless, I like the riddle of it. Wander the hedgerows and the kind of blissful, serene feeling the gentle breeze whispers over your skin. Delicate flowers are woven throughout the hedge, first pink, then blue, then yellow. I wonder if there is some significance to these colors. I'll follow the pink, blue, blue. You veer right to follow blue flowers and find yourself more confused than ever. Am I going in circles? The hedgerows loom high above, leaving no chance for you to look or climb your way over. Soon you find yourself back at the hedgerow with the pink, yellow, and blue flowers. I'll be damned if I'm going to let myself be defeated by a bunch of fancy shrubbery. I'll follow the... When in doubt, go with pink. You turn left as the pink flowers indicate, and end up at the fountain where you and Gideon had your little moment. Yes, pink flowers it is. With a grin of triumph, you run to the fountain and kick off your shoes. But just as you're about to dip your feet in... Oh, it's Perry. I don't know how to voice this guy. Let's just go with it. Ah, damnation. You nearly fall into the fountain in shock. It's a man's voice. Your heart leaps into your throat. Lily's attacker? No, that's foolish. A man who only prays at night in the woods wouldn't come wandering right up to Eldon Manor. I should remain where I am. Stay frozen in place, listening. The man's exclamations are getting louder and closer and even more colorful and crude. If whoever this is doesn't mean to kill me, then I'll have to compliment him on his creative cursing. Finally, a man stumbles backward before you. Gideon? No, it's not my Duke. Wait, my Duke? When did he become my Duke? Are you lost? The man jumps about a foot in the air and spins around to face you. Extremely! And you cannot know how delighted I am to have found my savior. He ducks into an elaborate bow. Lord Peregrine Tumble, but an elegant lady such as yourself. His eyes sparkle mischievously, and you feel a delectable shiver crawl up your spine. You may call me Perry. And you, miss? Francine Larrabee. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. But more importantly, to be rescued. I don't suppose you know your way out of this damnable maze. You point to the flowers. Perry looks confused. The pink flowers lead you directly to the center and out again. He stares at you in a slack-jawed wonder. Why, I never! I suppose it takes one with both beauty and brains to define such an elegant solution. You begin walking out of the maze side by side. As you do, Perry shoots you a glance. I must say, my misguided sojourn in the maze wasn't a complete loss. Not as I have stumbled on one as pretty as you. It's refreshing to talk to a man who isn't insistent on proprietary all the time. But he's definitely a cad. I guess it's reassuring to know they exist even in the 1800s. A cad? Okay. Some things will never change. I should make small talk. I'm guessing a flirt, is that what they call that? It's a cad! What brings you to Eldon Manor? It's a visit long overdue, I'm afraid. I fear I'm in a bit of a long tongue-lashing from the Duke. Why is that? Oh, doubtless something about a lack of proprietary befitting my station, or... That sounds familiar. Had the same, have you? You smiles ruefully. Well, I'm glad to hear I'm not alone. Not at all. I suspect His Grace disapproves of anyone who doesn't conform to his exacting standards. Barry eyes you curiously. You are an astute woman, Miss Francine. Quite unlike most gentle women, I know. Oh, there's something I've never heard of. Gentle women? Oh, very classy of you. Not your type, huh? Am I really so predictable? Now that you've discovered the secret of the maze, the journey back takes a fraction of the time. Miss Francine. Perry. Gideon storms up to you. He eyes you and Perry with a touch of suspicion. Yes, we did it. We had sex in your maze. It was just hot, flirtatious, just things from the beginning. We didn't even speak. I didn't even know his name till halfway through. Alright, come on, focus. I had to have a moment of humor. Why am I surprised to find you trying to make off with our guest? I am not making off with her. Why, she made off with me. Gideon heaves an angry breath and appears to grow several inches. She rescued me, Giddy. Giddy? I thought it was a good idea to walk, and for some foolhardy reason, wandering in here. He jerks his thumb behind his head, and Gideon relaxes somewhat. I don't suppose my brother bothered to introduce himself. Oh, Midway. Your brother? Yes, this is my brother, Perry. How could I have missed that? They're as alike in looks as they are different in their demeanor. He has Gideon's stature and coloring, but he's a bit more scrappy. His eyes aren't quite Gideon's breathtaking green. He is taking a break from his life of dissipation to put his affairs in order. Excuse me if I prefer to live my life rather than hold myself up like a brooding Brian. You find yourself grinning as you watch the brothers argue affectionately. And the Recluse and the Rake. How fitting. Cue credits. Perhaps you would like to join us for dinner tonight, Miss Francine? What? If you leave me alone with my brother, I fear my indigestion will suffer. Gideon glares, but when he turns to look at you, his gaze softens. Indeed, we would be delighted for your company. And now that Madame Brazier has provided you with suitable attire... My dresses came in? Gideon looks nonplussed by your excitement, but Perry grins. Yes, just this evening. Is that a yes to dinner, then? Oh, What? Really? I'd rather eat alone. I'd rather take my supper in my room, if it's all the same to you. Gideon looks a little disappointed, but nods understandingly. Of course, no doubt my brother's company has been taxing on you. A tax plenty of women are willing to pay. Gideon sighs, and the three of you make your way back to the Eldon Manor. Pass the evening in peaceful solitude, reading by the moonlight from the balcony window. There's a knock at the door. Come in. It's Lily, bearing a tray stacked high with food. She smiles brightly when she sees you. It's so good to see her smiling. She still looks sad sometimes when she thinks no one is watching. But I'm grateful to Gideon for letting her work. Miss Francine, I don't know what you like, but so I brought you a little bit of everything. You laugh at the abundance of food. I can't possibly eat all this myself. Won't you join me? Oh, I mustn't. But all right. You cock an eyebrow, grinning. She didn't need much convincing. How's the dinner downstairs going? Oh, they're as stubborn as Kilkenny cats, those two. But it seems worse now, seeing as... She hesitates. Seeing as... Well, his Grace has bequeathed West Creek Park to Lord Perry. He believes taking over management of his own estate will tame his frackish ways. You see a blush crawl up Lily's collar. But enough gossip. I'm always being told for my sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Lily, do you like Perry? Lily flushes. That is, You laugh. It's all right, Lily. He is very handsome. You finish the rest of the food, and companionable conversation curled on the lush carpet. I wonder if this is what it's like to have a sister. Wouldn't know. The thought makes you both happy and sad. Again, there's a knock at the door. Lily jumps with fright, scooping up the tray on her way to her feet. It's Gideon. Lord Trumbull, what do I... Oh, the pleasure. I came to see if you found the meal to your taste, and... And now that you've been furnished with a suitable wardrobe, I thought perhaps you'd like to... amenable to a stroll. You blink. Flowery language aside, that actually sounds kind of nice. I'd love to. Lily shoots you an excited smile as she scurries out the door. The night air is cool, but not uncomfortable. The moon is almost full, providing plenty of light as you lead Gideon confidently through the maze. In moments, you've brought him to the fountain. He looks stunned. How did you... when did you... Reach for his hand, but he pulls away as if he's made of ice and you fire. We really shouldn't. It isn't proper. But you can see he's wavering. I should ask him what his problem is. Is it a bit of hand-holding? Really so scandalous? It is not that. Then what is it? It is what would come after. I find I have very little restraint where you're concerned. Your jaw drops. I cannot do this. Or else neither of us will make it out of the maze with our reputation intact. Oh, Jesus Christ. God forbid. God forbid. That, I don't know. You mingle and be man and woman? I get it. But even back then they still had passion and such things. He takes several determined strides away from you and stares into the fountain like he's thinking about jumping in. It might cool us both off, or take things to an interesting next level. Before you know it, he falls to his knees in front of you. He takes your hands in his and presses a kiss to your knuckles. I want this, Francine. His eyes have never looked so intense. I mean to say that I want you, every part of you. But it's not right. Not until we learn where you come from, where you're supposed to be. I will not be your ruination. Your heart sinks. If only I could tell him he'll never find out where I'm supposed to be or who I was before. You bite your lip. What if that never happens? How could it not? I will deploy every resource, do everything in my power to make it right. But still, say that it doesn't happen. Say you never find out where I come from. Gideon's eyes darken, some of his cold mask returns. It would be very unfortunate indeed. You hear what he doesn't say. The Duke of Roxley could never break with proprietary. It would be the end of us. For good. Okay. So she's a time-traveling maiden in the mind of a body from the 1800s. She has to have a family somewhere, right? Interesting. Very interesting. I guess we'll see. With that being said, hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Remember, Chapter 9 and 10 are up next, and then what we have left is Court of the Nightfall. I believe that's 5 chapters, and then Calendar Girl is a total of 6. Without further ado, as you see, we have that little 7-minute timer. We're actually, going significantly fast today, aside from the fact I'm a little bit behind, but we're doing pretty good. Without further ado, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.